Present.
Ex officio members, Liga ng mga Barangay President Raul B. Bakay.
Present.
And Panlunsod na Federasyon ng Sangguniang Kabataan President Laura D. Bernabe.
Present.
13 members of this August body responded to the call.
13 members respond to the call. I now certify the presence may now transact official business. So, approval of the agenda. Any unassigned business, Madam Secretary?
We have 3 unassigned businesses, sir. The first is... Tatlo po. The first one is the proposed resolution number 2021-55. Resolution approving adopting the second revision of the 2021 Local Disaster Risk Reduction Management Plan and budgetary allocations amounting to 35,831,101 pesos of the City of Alaminos, Pangasinan. And the next item is proposed ordinance number 09-2021. An ordinance abolishing 1 position, upgrading 1 position, and creating 3 positions under the Sangguniang Panlunsod Secretariat of the Legislative Department of the Local Government Unit of the City of Alaminos. And lastly, proposed appropriation ordinance number 2021-02, an ordinance enacting supplemental budget number 2 with a total appropriation of 22,767,586 pesos and 83 centavos for the operation of the city government of the City of Alaminos, Pangasinan.
Wait lang.
Mr. Chair, I move that the agenda for today's session, inclusive of the unassigned business, be approved by the August body.
Okay. Any other unassigned business? None. So, upon the motion of Councilor Alfred Felix de Castro, duly seconded by...
Second.
Duly seconded by Councilor Cirilo Radoc and Councilor Apple Bakay for the approval of the said agenda. Any amendments? Hearing none, the said agenda is approved. Okay, next item.
Adoption of the Journal and Minutes of the Sangguniang Panlunsod regular session held on March 30, 2021.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I move that we adopt the Journal and Minutes of the SP regular session held last March 30, 2021. Wala.
Ayan. Sorry. There's a motion by Councilor Cirilo Radoc. Any second?
Second.
By Councilor Sison, Councilor Tapbakay, Councilor Apple Bakay for the approval of the said Journal and Minutes. Any amendments, objections? Hearing none, the said Journal and Minutes are hereby adopted. Next item. Privilege hour. Any privilege speeches? Concerns? Next item, Madam Secretary.
Now we proceed to the unassigned businesses. The first item is the proposed resolution number 2021-55, resolution approving adopting the second revision of the 2021 Local Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Plan and budgetary allocations amounting to 35,831 pesos, 831,101 pesos of the City of Alaminos, Pangasinan.
Do we have a guest? Is our...
Sir,
I believe that our CDR representative is here.
Yes, Vice. Good afternoon po sa inyo at sa lahat po ng August body.
I move, Mr. Chair, that we suspend our internal rules to accommodate our guests.
Our majority floor leader moves to suspend our rules, seconded by Councilor Robin Ranoy. Madam Secretary, please acknowledge our guests.
Our guest for this item is our local DRRM Officer 2, Sir Alvin Contreras.
Hello, Sir Alvin. Good afternoon.
Yes po, Vice. Good afternoon po sa inyo at sa lahat po ng members po ng...
Are you safe?
Yes, safe, sir. Kakalabas lang po ng negative antigen test ko, sir. So,
talaga? Nag-ano ba kayo lahat? Nag-antigen
yes po.
lahat?
Nagpa-antigen po kami kahapon and then may second batch po ng mag-antigen uli bukas, Vice.
Okay, that's good. So we have here yung resolution ng CDR na I think pre-decide ni Mayor the other day regarding the realignment of the funds. So, I believe to our colleagues, I believe yung 35 million na plano na ito, I think na-approve na natin to dati, pero may mga nire-align lang para, for what ba? Para sa relief operations natin. So,
Yes po, Vice, kasi sa situation po ngayon, currently po na escalating yung ating number of cases. So may mga places po tayo na ipinlace under granular lockdown to aid lang po dun sa relief operations po natin kasi medyo hindi po enough yung ating stockpile na under ng city, na hawak po ng city.
Is our budget officer in? Nandyan ba siya? Ma'am Luz?
Hindi pa po siya naka-online, sir. Pinapatawagan ko na po.
Okay. Sir Alvin, dito sa resolution, alam nyo ba kung ano yung mga dinagdag natin compared do sa previous resolution?
Actually, sir, meron lang po kaming mga nirealign po from infrastructure, from capacity building, upgrade po ng facilities. Yun po at saka yun pong pang QRF po namin. Yun na po yung ipapagamit po for i-focus yung fund sa relief operations, sir.
So yung inad na item is yung relief lang. Doon lang natin wala nang iba.
Yes.
Ginawasan yung iba, inad sa relief.
Yes po, sir.
Which is amounting to, I think, 5,079,330 and 30 centavos.
Yeah.
Any questions from the body regarding the said resolution? Any questions to our CDR? Pakimute si Councilor Verna. Any questions to our CDR RMO officer? Okay. Yes, Councilor Rodok, meron ba?
Yeah, yun doon sa pakibaba ulit yung screen. Dito, sa hawak ko, mayroon tayong yung 20 million na 20,885 disaster preparedness. Pag sinabi natin disaster preparedness, ano included doon?
Sir, under po ng disaster preparedness natin, wait lang po. Dito po yung programs, projects, activities. Kasama po dito yung pag-conduct ng regular periodic drills, simulation exercises, gaya ng earthquake drill, establishment po ng mga ating local response teams sa barangay level po.
Pero pa mga training.
Ano kung magpipindot pag unmute dito?
So, Secretariat, pwedeng pakimute si Councilor Verna, please. Councilor Rodok, did he answer your question? Any other questions po from the...
Kung may question pa kayo, yan lang ang question ko muna.
Yun lang naman. So, ang nangyari, yung in-approve natin dati, wala namang nagbago. Binawasan lang yung iba, like infrastructure and training. Nilipat lang dun sa relief ops dahil sa sitwasyon sa Palamis. Sir Alvin, tanong ko lang, nabigyan na ba lahat ng hard granular lockdown sa Palamis?
So far, sir, ang naka-granular pa lang din po is yung nilabas na areas yung since April, yung naka-lockdown po from April 4 to 9. So far, wala pa pong expansion. But then, tinitingnan po namin yung cases and yung probability ng transmission. May possibility, kung patuloy po natataas yung ating number of cases, may possibility po na lakihan pa or expand pa lalo yung ating mga naka-granular lockdown, sir.
No, I mean, lahat ba ng naka-hard granular lockdown ngayon nabigyan na ng ayuda? Nabigyan na ba sila?
Yes po, sir. As per CSWD po, 553 households na po yung kanilang nabigyan ng relief goods.
Okay. Kasi parang may isang nagsabi na sa isang certain street sa Venetiano hindi pa ata nakakuha. But it's good to hear na lahat nabigyan na. Okay? So, nandito si Ma'am Weng. Ma'am Weng, nandyan kayo? Active kayo?
Yes.
Secretariat, pwede pa bigyan ako ng admin powers. Hindi ko ma-unmute tsaka ma-mute. Ma'am Luz, Ma'am Weng. Ayan. So, lahat tayong tanong sa CDR. Sige, thank you very much, Sir Alvin. Mag-ingat po tayo. Stay safe po.
Yes, sir. Maraming salamat po. And kayo din po
Okay.
ng whole body.
Maraming salamat. Okay, so what's our next item, Madam Secretary? Is our health officer?
Sir, pinapa-confirm ko pa yung ano niya, pinag-usap kami kanina, sinend na namin yung link. Pinapa-confirm ko pa po kung naka-online na siya.
Later na lang.
Yes, sir.
Once nandiyan siya, unahin na natin siya kasi medyo busy siya.
Yes,
so
po.
we proceed to our anong next?
Next item, sir, is the proposed
budget.
ordinance.
Supplemental budget.
Yung proposed ordinance po para sa abolishing ng position.
Sabay na siguro. Sabay na siguro yan with Ma'am Weng. Ma'am Weng, nandiyan kayo?
Sir. Yes po, andito po ako, sir.
Yeah, Ma'am Weng, i-confirm ko lang yung sinabi ni Sir Alvin kanina na doon sa CDRRM plan, wala tayong ibang dinagdag na item other than bawas sa ibang sources, nilagay lang natin sa relief goods. Tama po ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, any questions to our city budget officer regarding the CDRRM resolution? Okay, wala na. So, we proceed to our supplemental budget. Any questions? Ma'am Weng, can you give us a brief background lang kung sa supplemental budget natin? Saan gagamitin primarily?
Sir, yung sources of funds po natin coming from the surplus. And then for yung abolishment nung inyong legal assistant 2. At saka yung savings po ninyo ng PS from January to March.
Okay. No, I mean for the whole LGU po.
So yung sir, 22.7 million yung ating Kasi sir, hindi ko nadala sa bahay. Dito po kasi ako sa bahay. Nakauwi na po kasi ako. So yung sir, mapupunta po yon doon sa siyempre yung pagpopondo ng created positions, yung City Government Assistant Department Head 1, and then yung 3 positions po sa office ng SP Secretariat, yung Local Legislative Staff Officer 6, Computer Operator 1, at saka yung Utility. And then meron po tayong bibilhin para sa ating dialysis center. At saka yung mga antigen, sir, kasi halos paubos na. And then gagawa po tayo doon under ng SPA, gagawa po tayo ng isolation room, fabrication of isolation room. And then yung mga projects po sa Lucapor.
Yeah, and relief goods worth 4 million.
Oh, sir. Yung 4 million. Yan po, sir, yung re-align from local sports fund.
Okay. Ba't hindi ko makita dito yung pagbili ng mga test?
Antigen, sir.
Nandito ba?
Yes, sir. At saka yung, sir, meron po dyan. Under City Health Office.
Okay. Yeah. 1 million.
Opo.
So, yun po. Amounting to 22 million po. Any questions from the body regarding the supplemental budget?
Sir?
Councilor Raul Bacay is recognized.
Mr. Chair, tanong ko lang kay Ma'am Weng. Kasi yung disaster preparedness, dito ba kukunin yung pambili sa relief? At magkano, Ma'am Weng, yung naka-allocate sa pambili ng relief?
Sir, from the CDR fund, 13 million.
Magkano, ma'am?
Sir, makukuha dyan.
Magkano, ma'am?
13 million.
13 million.
Opo. Plus 4 million na naka-include po dyan sa supplemental budget.
Bali 17 million para sa relief po, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yun lang po.
So we have, with regards to relief, 17 million kasi pinahanda siguro na magkakaroon tayo ng surge. So, any other questions? Okay, kung wala na, we proceed to our next item, Madam Secretary, yung sa creation. So, Ma'am Weng, dun sa creation, intertwined naman to dito.
Yes, sir.
Kumbaga, mababudget na naman to, tsaka gagawa na lang ng ordinance, tama po ba?
Yes, sir.
Kasi yung, I believe, nag-hearing na po kayo regarding yung sa Assistant Department Head ng CDR. So pareho lang naman yung content nung sinabi niyo, di ba? Dito sa ibang items na i-create sa SP Secretariat. Same lang.
Yes, sir. Apo.
Okay.
Sir, in case,
yes.
Sir, in case po na kung pwede hong maunang i-submit yung creation ng position tsaka yung abolishment ng position sa SP sa Sangguniang Panlalawigan bago po i-submit yung supplemental natin tsaka yung AIP.
Okay, sige. Ita-timing na lang natin. Okay.
Opo, kasi yun lagi ang tinatanong sa akin nung nagre-review yung Provincial Budget Officer, si Ma'am Claveria.
Bakit sabay?
Hinahanap agad, dapat daw na-aprubahan pa yung resolution on creating those positions bago yung supplemental budget, sir.
Tama naman. So, please take note, Madam Secretary, to space it out. So, any other questions? Okay, wala na. Thank you very much, Madam. Any other questions to Ma'am Weng? Wala na tayong part, no? Wala na po. Thank you very much, Ma'am Weng. Ingat po kayo dyan. Ingat po kayo.
Ganun din po, sir. Thank you
po. Thank you. So we now proceed. We will now lift the suspension of the rules, Madam Secretary. What is the pleasure of the body regarding the said 3 items?
Mr. Chair, I move that those 3 items be elevated to the business of the day for deliberation later.
It's been moved by Councilor Cirilo Radoc, our majority floor leader, seconded by Councilor Segundera, Councilor Raul Bacay, Councilor Apple Bacay, Councilor Season, Councilor Danoy to include the said 3 items in a business of the day for deliberation. Any objection? Hearing none, the said 3 items are included in a business of the day for deliberation. Next item, Madam Secretary. So we proceed now to our committee reports. So first committee report is regarding the right-of-way in the Alaminos Bolinao Road project. I believe this was canceled or postponed. Councilor Fontelera, kailan po natin gustong i-postpone po ito? Is Councilor Fontelera here? Councilor Jojo? Okay, so since wala pa, so we'll proceed first to the second item. Joint Committee Report held on March 29, updating the piggery ordinance of the city. Who chaired the meeting?
Councilor Ranoy, sir.
Councilors Probel Ranoy, can you?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. The public hearing was conducted on March 29, 2021. Present were Councilors Cirilo Radoc, Michelle Segundera, Councilor Alfred Felix de Castro, and Dalia De Leon. Also in attendance were Dr. Ronaldo Abara from the City Veterinary, Engineer Wilson Camba from Market Office, Mr. Bernard Capitli from BPLO, Mr. Gilbert Molina from CGSO, and Mr. Arsenio Basila from the Zoning Office. Amendment of the pertinent provisions of the ordinance number 02-2003 entitled an ordinance regulating the operation of the piggery business in the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan, and providing penalties for violation thereof and for other purposes, was sought with the aim to update the same in response to the demand of the modern time. Matters taken during the said hearing with the committee's recommendations and suggestions were as follows. Under Section 2 on the definition of terms, small-scale piggery, backyard piggery refers to the piggery project with 10 heads or less than 1 sow. Medium scale piggery refers to the piggery project with 11 to 20 heads and 2 sows. Large scale piggery, commercial piggery refers for more than 20 heads of 2 sows. Under Section 3 on the prohibited odds, the operator must secure the requirements enumerated below in the following order, manner so stated. Location clearance, zoning certificate from the zoning administrator, sanitary permit from the city health officer, waste management system certificate, barangay clearance certificate. Dr. Abara, this is statement he made in the previous committee hearing, which has to delete the medium scale piggery in the hearing held currently. Dr. Abara suggested to restate if the medium scale piggery by virtue of its LURB resolution number 674 series of 2000. Engineer Gilbert Molina mentioned that a piggery shall be located not less than 25-meter radius from sources of ground and surface drinking water. As to the section of the ordinance pertaining administrative sanctions, the committee set the matter for further study. In view of the above stated findings, the committee hereby moves for the adoption of its committee report, and the committee suggested that the matter related to administrative sanction be set for further study, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, there's a motion to adopt this committee report. Any second? To adopt this committee report
Second.
and be set for further study. Councilor Ranoy, is it possible that you think schedule natin for second reading 3 weeks from now to give them time for further study para magawa yung draft po nito? Okay po kayo daw?
Yes, Mr. President.
Okay, so Councilor Ranoy moves for the adoption of this committee report, and this measure be calendared for second reading in our session 3 weeks from now. Any objection? Hearing none, the said committee report is hereby adopted, and the said ordinance be calendared for second reading 3 weeks from now. So ordered. And next item, Madam Secretary.
Joint Committee Report for the public hearing held on March 29 regarding the proposed ordinance regulating the use of single-use plastic bags in the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan.
Yes, Mr. Chair, the public
Councilor
hearing was
Segundera.
conducted. Yes, the public hearing was conducted on March 29, 2021 at 10 o'clock in the morning. Present were Councilors Dalia De Leon, Cirilo Cadok, Robel Ranoy, and yours truly as presiding officer. Also present were the representatives of the various offices of the local government unit. The purpose of the public hearing was to discuss the proposed ordinance regulating the use of plastic bags and polystyrene foam in the city of Alaminos and providing penalties therefore. The intent is to craft legislation to regulate the unintended use of plastic products, plastic bags, and those made out of polystyrene, or commonly known as styropors. This legislation will affect all sectors, regardless of gender, economic status, political affiliation, religious beliefs, or orientation. But when crafted, passed, and enacted, it will benefit our constituents and future generations and help preserve our community and the renowned 100 Islands National Park for years on end. The committee chair then briefly gave a summary of the proposed ordinance as to its coverage, prohibitions, exemptions, moratorium period, and penalties. A provision was likewise proposed concerning the creation of a technical working group subject to the further proposal of Engineer Wilson Camba for the inclusion of the Tourism Office, CDRRM, and City Health Office as members thereof. Ms. Maylene Manalastas also requested that the manner of imposition of penalties be included in the proposed ordinance, which the chair clarified would be contained in the latter's implementing rules and regulations. Councilor Radoc signified his support for the passage of the proposed ordinance, as he noted that other jurisdictions have already enacted their own ordinances of similar import. There being no other matters left for discussion, the hearing was concluded around 10:30 in the morning. In view of the above, the committee hereby moves for the adoption of its report and that the matter be elevated as part of the business of the day for second reading. Thank you, Mr.
Councilor Segundera, the chairperson on environment, moves for the adoption of this committee report. The said ordinance be calendared for second reading in our next regular session. Any amendments? Any objections? Hearing none, the said committee report is hereby adopted and the said ordinance is calendared for second reading in our next regular session. So, Councilor Segundera, dito ba sa technical working group kasama yung kayo, ikaw, tsaka SP members, no?
Yes.
Yes, that's good. I suggest in crafting our ordinances, mas magandang at least may representation tayo kahit isa o dalawa na councilor para at least we're involved or we know to explain the guidelines doon po sa ating ordinance. So next item, Madam Secretary. Thank you, Councilor Segundera.
Joint Committee Report from the hearing held on March 29 regarding the proposed ordinance, regarding resolution allowing Centrum Fuel Northern Luzon to operate gasoline station located at Barangay San Vicente, Alaminos City, Pangasinan.
Councilor Fondelera is recognized. Councilor Fondelera. Councilor Alfred, can you... Councilor Fondelera, yan, I see him. Councilor Fondelera, nakamute po kayo? Nakamute po kayo? Yan, go ahead po. Go ahead po.
Mr. Chair, the committee hearing was conducted on March 29, 2021. Members of the committee present were City Councilor Alfred Felix de Castro, Romil Ranoy, and yours truly as presiding officer. Also in attendance were the representative from the zoning office, CDPD, CPDC, and the Centrum Fuel Northern Luzon. The proponent, Centrum Fuel, is previously requested for a development permit pursuant to City Ordinance number 2019-12. The zoning and the planning officer posed no objection of the proponent. Proposal to operate the gasoline station in our city, since the same is located within the commercial zone of the city, provided that the proponent must comply with the requirements described by the aforesaid ordinance and pertinent laws. The committee advised the proponent to secure the localization clearance and other documents necessary by issuance of the development permit within 10 days and submit the same to the Sangguniang through the Secretariat Office. In view of the above stated findings, the committee hereby moves for the adoption of its committee report and set another hearing after the proponent has submitted the requirements document to verify compliance as for the issuance of the development permit.
Okay, Councilor Fondelera moves for the adoption of this committee report. And the said, what is the motion, Councilor Jojo? What do we do with the set another hearing?
Mr. Chair, public hearing na, Mr. Chair.
Itong ano ba to? Development permit, sorry. Sorry, did you discuss the development permit, right? Yung sa Central.
Mr. Chair.
Yun po, no? Public hearing niyo pa ba ito?
Opo, Mr. Chair. Opo.
Okay. Kahit resolution
No, kagaya nung hindi kasi nung yung una, sir, yung kay Latorre, nag-public hearing yun, sir, sa barangay San Vicente. Kaya ganito rin siguro mangyayari.
Kasi
hindi, yung San Vicente kasi, yung Latorre po, Vice, if I may, reclassification yun.
Oo.
Reclassification yun. Ito sa tingin ko, ang hinahanap lang dito, endorsement eh.
Oo.
Favorable endorsement.
Kasi
hindi naman tayo pwedeng mag-allow o disallow eh.
Oo. Tsaka resolution lang eh. Well, kasi ang proponent ng ordinance na yun was sa Councilor Cirilo Radok regarding the backfilling. Ang naging objective lang natin dito is, for example, may nagtatambak na. Malaman lang ng sanggunian kung ano ba yung purpose ng magtatambak doon. Hindi yung kung ano man. So ito, in this case, si Centrum Fuel Northern Luzon ang ang lumapit po sa inyo para i-propose po na magkakaroon po siya ng gasolinahan doon at kung po pwede na siyang magsimula ng earthworks. So ako in my opinion ko rin, resolution pwede na. Kung malinaw na sa atin kung ano yung mangyayari doon. Kung okay naman sa atin at nasa zoning. Kasi dadaan pa ng zoning yan, dadaan pa ng engineering yan, di ba? So kumbaga dumadaan lang sa atin kung at least alam natin kung ano yung itatayo doon at kung wala siyang vina-violate initially ng mga batas. Di ba? So, Ma'am Luz, meron ba tong pumasa naman to sa mga requirements natin, no? Dadaan naman to ng zoning, no?
Yes, sir. Actually, na-endorse na siya sa atin ng zoning, sir.
Na-endorse na. Okay. So,
yes,
I think, Councilor Jojo, hindi na natin kailangan patagalin to kasi syempre, we would like businesses to be easier here in the city. So, if it's just a resolution, can we include it in the business of the day instead? If it has satisfied all the requirements already? Pwede na, Councilor Radok, no? Pwede na.
Allowing Centrum.
Iba lang yung
ito, hindi naman ito. Yung title yata.
Mag-operate.
May something is questionable for me doon sa title niya. Ano bang gusto niyang hingin sa atin? Ano bang hingin niya? Kasi kung to allow, we cannot deny or allow yung hindi naman tayo nag-i-issue kundi ang doon sa ordinance natin kasi na sa mga earth activities, earth moving ganon. Tayo nagbibigay ng development permit. Yung ba ang hinihingi niya o another hindi ko alam. Hindi naman siguro reclassification ito.
Ano yung letter nila, Ma'am Luz?
Sir, kung yung letter po nila ang nakalagay is yung kung ano po yung to allow Centrum Fuel Northern Luzon to operate gasoline station. Pero in-explain po namin sa kanila na before you can proceed with the operation of the proposed gasoline station, kailangan mo po na silang kumuha ng development permit sa sanggunian and at the same time magpa-reclassification ng property because it is considered yung property po kasi is unirrigated rice land pa din. So kaya ang naging nila since na-prepare na po itong sulat prior po doon sa naging information na kailangan nila ng development permit at for the reclassification of the property, sabi po nila mag-comply na lang po muna sila doon sa development permit muna ang hinihingi nila. At saka at the same time, isasabay na po yung reclassification ng property.
Kasi ordinance yun ipapublic hearing natin.
Yes, sir.
Pero ito siguro, yung sa title, when we're dealing with yung mga backfilling, yung mga development permit, siguro ang magandang title is resolution, issuing a development permit for the certain company for earthworks or initial development. Pero they will still be going through the process zoning, engineering, etc. etc. So
yes, Vice.
Yes,
actually doon sa committee hearing niyan, in the conduct of the committee hearing, kumuha kami ng checklist ng requirements ng ating city ordinance with respect to the locational clearance and development permit. So siguro, yung resolution na lang, yung title na lang ng resolution ng iayos natin. I think mayroon din silang final na request for an ordinance for reclassification ng parcel of land. At during the committee hearing, we inassign namin sa secretariat to verify kung na-submit na nila lahat ng requirements as per city ordinance. If na-submit naman nila, I think we could approve the resolution. Anyway, simultaneously naman nag-file na rin sila ng reclassification. Yun yung magkakandak tayo ng public hearing.
Pero ito hindi na kailangan ng public hearing nito.
Hindi na yan, Vice. Hindi, wala naman sa requirements yan.
Yes, Councilor Doc. Yes.
Para sa akin lang, siguro, sabayin natin, huwag tayo mag-issue na resolution until after we have passed the ordinance reclassifying the land.
But the problem is, Councilor Doc, ideally, yun talaga yung maganda. But the problem is, yung reclassification, it takes months to do. So, itong development, parang earthworks lang ginagawa. Pero I totally agree ideally, no? Pero yun ang nagiging problema, ang tagal ng reclassification. Parang hindi nila maantay na. Gusto na
pwede po natin ipastrack naman yung reclassification Vice Kasi parang hindi maganda na tignan natin na nauna yung resolution issuing the development permit na hindi pa na-reclassify. Paano kung parang the possibility na usually rin na-classify natin. Pero kung hindi rin na-classify at nag-develop na siya, parang yun ang
tama naman. Hindi, kasi we have the same problem doon sa ating yung diniscuss natin a few sessions ago. So anyway, since hindi naman too urgent, let's just calendar this for second reading in our next regular session. Pag-usapan na lang natin kung ano maganda. Para at least hindi tayo nagmamadali.
Yung resolution po ba, madaling gumawa Pero yun nga ko natin, parang halimbawa effect, parang may resolution na siya, allowing siya, nag-develop na siya, tapos na-deny yung kanyang yung ordinance natin na reclassifying yung land. Parang ganon. Kasi before reclassifying, may mga i-comply din tayo. Yung 10% ng agricultural, dapat hindi mabawasan. Hindi na siya economically feasible. May mga ganon Paano kung nagka-differensya yung ordinance?
I-evaluate lang natin yung yung existing ordinance para makita natin kung ano ba talaga yung dapat mauna. Kasi parang recurring kasi ito Parang let's just calendar this for second reading in our next regular session. Pero for the meantime, check natin kung ano ba talaga dapat ang mauna. Ano bang pwede? Kasi pwede ba yung sinasabi ng Councilor Doc or is there some way na pwede natin mapabilis para hindi naman masyadong maagrabyado yung ating business establishments? At saka siguro yung sa title ayusin natin. Kasi we can't naman give license to operate kay Mayor yun, diba? So, yun na muna. Councilor, pa rin tayo humaba. Councilor,
if I may,
yes, Councilor De Castro.
Actually naman kasi pwede namang simultaneous yan or kahit na mauna isa because ang effect lang naman yung reclassification is pagbayad mo ng higher taxes. Wala akong nakikita ibang violation yan. Ang purpose lang naman natin kaya ina-allow na natin ito para magkaroon tayo ng taxes na babayaran nila kagad sa munisipyo. But at any rate, kung gustong i-revisit yung ordinance, okay, it's better.
Kararating lang ng memo, paano nagagawa? Kayo ang gumawa.
Urgent ba ito?
Hindi naman natin mapipigilan kung
ang sa akin nga lang po, at the least pala, dapat at least sabay. Huwag naman mauna yung development permit kaysa yung reclassification. Sabay.
Sabay, kumbaga twin sabay ang pagka-agenda, ganon.
Oo.
O di, tingnan na lang muna natin kasi hindi ko rin hawak
ordinance, approve din yung resolution. Kasi isa naman yung may-ari niyan
Kasi parang, kunyari, yung sa tapat ng Elianas, nakita ko kanina, parang grabe na yung... Ito ba yun? Tapat ng Elianas? Hindi.
Kasi I think one of the properties yan. Pero hindi na yan.
Ang
Dami ba
dami.
doon?
Tinambak
Sabi niya,
Kaya nga,
Tinambakan yung harap.
ano bang violation ng mga hindi nagko-comply? Yan din ang tanong ko. Should we hamper these compliant personalities? Tapos wala naman tayong gagawin doon sa mga hindi nagko-comply?
Yun nga. Dapat yung mga hindi nagko-comply, harangin talaga natin.
Oo.
May penalties doon eh. Hindi lang ini-implement ng engineering eh. May penalties yung ordinance na yon. Kung violation na wala pang permit na galing dito sa sanggunian.
Kaya sumulat yung follow up again.
May violation yun.
Tama
Kaya,
yung sinabi. Like, yung mga
may resolution tayo na
Go ahead.
yung implement ng engineering yung ordinance na yon. Kasi kung hindi lang, katawa-tawa lang tayo.
At any rate, we submit to the pleasure of the chairman and the decision of the presiding officer para we can move on to the next item.
Sige. Okay, so Councilor Jose Fontelera moves for the adoption of this committee report in the said item be calendared for second reading in our next regular session to give way on to revisit the ordinance and to follow up our resolution and implementation of the said ordinance for para hindi ma-hamper yung ating mga complying businessmen. So, any objection? Hearing none, the said committee report is hereby adopted and the said item be calendared for second reading in our next regular session. Next item, Madam Secretary.
Joint committee report from the public hearing
Madam Secretary.
held on March 29 regarding the proposed ordinance granting franchise to the United Association of Cockpit Owners and Operators of the Philippines Incorporated to broadcast live and data stream cockfighting activities and derbies at commercial establishments and to establish, operate, and maintain off-site cockpit betting station within the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan.
Yes, Mr. Chair, the public hearing was conducted on March 29, 2021, together with Councilors Michelle Sigondera, Dalia De Leon, Robel Ranoy, and Joselito Fontelera. Also present were the representatives from the DPLO, CPDO, DTO, and Market, DNR, CSO office, and the barangays. The discussion was anchored on the proposed ordinance granting franchise to the United Association of Cockpit Owners and Operators of the Philippines Incorporated to broadcast live and data stream cockfighting activities and derbies at commercial establishments and to establish, operate, and maintain off-site cockpit betting station within the city. The matters tackled during the said public hearing were the following. Number 1, the location of the establishment. Number 2, duration of the term of the franchise, which is 10 years, and the distance of the establishment from school buildings, churches, and the like should at least be 100 lineal meters. Prohibition against minors or persons below 18 years old shall not be allowed inside the premises of the off-site betting station. And that the consequential benefits is in favor of the city in the form of taxes and other fees. With the foregoing, the committee moves for the adoption of the committee report and that the proposed measure be calendared for second reading on the next regular session, Mr. Chair.
So this been moved by Councilor De Castro that for the adoption of this committee report in the said matter be calendared for second reading in our next regular session. Any objections, amendments, discussion? Hearing none, the said committee report is hereby adopted and the said measure be calendared for second reading in our next regular session. Next item, Madam Secretary.
Now we proceed to the business of the day. Under new business, we have the second reading of the codification ordinance.
Basta ba to? Di pa, no? So we shall defer this for another 2 weeks. So ordered. Next item.
Next item is the resolution approving adopting the second Division of the 2021 Local Disaster Risk Reduction Management Plan and budgetary allocations amounting to 35,831,101 pesos of the City of Alaminos, Pangasinan.
Councilor
Yes,
Segundera,
Mr. Chair.
Chairman. Ay, sorry. Go ahead, go ahead. Councilor Segundera, Chairperson on Disaster Risk Management.
Mr. Chair, the approval of the said resolution.
It has been moved by Councilor Segundera, seconded by Councilor Adoc for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Hearing none, the said resolution is hereby adopted. Next item.
Proposed ordinance abolishing one position, upgrading one position, creating 3 positions under the Sangguniang Panunsod Secretariat of the Legislative Department.
Shall we calendar this for Councilor Dalia De Leon? Shall we...
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Dalia De Leon.
Calendar for
previous committee report.
second reading.
Okay, it has been moved by Councilor Dalia De Leon. Any second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilor Cirilo Rado, Councilor Segundera, Councilor Season, to calendar the said ordinance for second reading in our next regular session. So ordered. So tingnan na lang natin if we need to do another hearing or pwedeng i-integrate na lang natin doon sa previous hearing natin kasi pareho lang naman daw yung laman kagaya ng Assistant Department Head sa CDR. So next item, Madam Secretary.
Ordinance enacting supplemental budget number 2 with a total appropriation of 22,767,568 pesos and 83 centavos for the operation of the city government of the City of Alaminos, Pangasinan.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Before we
no more...
Before we act on it, Ma'am Luz, hindi ba natin kailangan ng supplemental annual investment program?
Actually, sir, tinanong ko na po yan kay Madang Mueng pero hindi pa daw po yata natatapos ng CPDC. Kasi dapat may partner po itong SAIP.
Napipirma ko kanina yung resolution.
Can we approve supplemental budget without approving a SAIP?
Dapat ata simultaneous yan.
Sabay dapat kasawa yan. Dapat mauna yung SAIP.
Supposedly, sir, nauuna sana yung SAIP.
So, we defer, Mr. Chair, until the SAIP is submitted to us next hearing.
Oo, kasi kailangan mauna yung SAIP and at the same time, unless yung items pareho lang. Ganun ba yan? Hindi, kailangan pa lang SAIP, no? Kahit na pareho yung item.
Yes, sir.
Yung SAIP ang binabagitan nito eh.
Kasi so, parang mauna yung budget bago yung plano, parang gano'n, di ba?
Kaya plano muna, yun.
Plano nga muna, oo.
Sir.
Mr. Chair, can I ask for an off-the-record conversation with
Sir, just in, SAIP.
Yun ang sinasabi ko.
Kararating lang po.
Mr. Chair, may I ask for an off-the-record conversation on the matter?
Can you 5 services? Please put the record